What's up, everybody? It's Koda. Good morning. It's like probably 7 something in the morning right now. I've decided that probably gonna pay less time to editing my YouTube videos, trying to make it look nice and stuff. Just get to the point with these short clips, kind of just like inspirational shorts, just the gist of what I want to get out there, put into the universe to try to help somebody else. I feel like when I was a kid, I wish I had some sort of like mentor or like older brother figure, because my dad wasn't really fully accepting of me as a boy. And so that was really tough for me I had to figure out how to become a man by myself. Feel me? Like, I had to figure out how to get girls by myself. I had to figure out how to stay disciplined, have like develop my own ambitions for life, like be independent, learn how to survive, pay rent, like take care of bills, take care of car things, like take care of my responsibilities all for myself, because I lacked the parental figure and the parental support I needed. So, I'm just trying to give back. But anyways, today's video is touching upon being yourself, finding yourself. That's like the number one key, I feel like, just to live in general, to live and find self-peace, to find that inner peace that will ignite the rest of your body and keep you inspired, keep you motivated, and most of all, keep you fulfilled. That's the one thing that that's one thing that every person has I feel like, has you know, sorry, my mind's going blank for some reason. Probably because I dropped out of college. But no, like, I feel like everybody should have like the right to be fulfilled, or at least know themselves, right? Because I feel like today, especially nowadays, we're so modern, so advanced. Like, everybody's putting on a mask, really. Like, every morning they wake up, brush their teeth, they put on a mask, and it's like the ego, right? It's like disguising yourself to meet what you think the world wants you to be. And to me, that's really messed up. Every day I put on the mask of being a cis male in high school and in elementary school and in middle school. Pretty much my whole life, I was too scared to tell people I was transgender, because I got the feedback I got from society was really negative, and it was really harsh. It really distorted my self-image. It really made me feel shame for who I was, who I am. So I had to disguise myself. Had to try to fit in. I remember being a kid and just praying to God, asking him to make me be normal. And it's the saddest thing, really, but guess what? In this life, nobody's going to cry for you. Nobody is going to feel sorry for you. I mean, people feel sorry for you and people pity you, but you don't want that. You don't want anybody to look down at you, ever. No handouts. You got this. You're here for a reason. You have a destined purpose. I promise you. And never let them see you with your head down, because that just justifies their doubt. That justifies the way that the negative way that they treat you, the negative image that they have of you in their head, that justifies that. You're stronger than that, and you're better than that. So just never let that happen. Never accept failure, because as long as you're trying, you haven't failed. You only fail once you give up. So never do it. Never give up. Get a goal, find yourself, constantly push to it. Keep yourself inspired. You are your biggest motivator. Okay? Like I said, nobody's gonna cry for you. Nobody's gonna give you things for free. They don't care about your pity story. I'm sorry, but the world's just like that. But honestly, like, I like it better that way, because if people were to just feel bad for me all the time, or when I was reaching out, when I used to seek outer validation, like external validation from the world, by, like telling them I was depressed or showing them that I was depressed, and I expected like to be like hugged and get attention and stuff like that, that would have made me weak, okay? That's being called a baby. That's what babies ask for every time that they cry for their moms. They're asking for that external validation. You are not a child. You are not a baby. You do not need that type of validation. You can grant that to yourself. And here's how. Like I said, it's all about finding that inner purpose, that self-identity of who you are, and make it grow. Like as soon as you identify it, like let's just say you identified it in a point in your body, like right here, this is you. You need to focus your energy, like you can imagine, like visualizations help a lot for me, like especially when I'm meditating. But anyways, I can imagine like a white beam of light just coming through my head, and then you could imagine it seek down into that point that you created in your body, that you identified as yourself, and you want it to like build up and grow around it, you know, and like as you're thinking, you want it to go bigger and brighter and stronger. And you can imagine the aura just building until your whole body, like it engulfs your whole body from head to toe. It's just that white light, or whatever color you identify with, like just that light, be red, purple, whatever, just bright, like it's the brightest thing you've ever seen in your life, like just so much energy. And then think of everything you've accomplished, you know? If you got like first place in a karate contest when you were a kid, think of that, you know, think of that feeling of accomplishment, of achievement, that sense of purpose, that moment where everything that you've worked towards like actually comes to fulfillment, like comes into fruition, and you feel that accomplishment, you feel that sense of purpose, you know? I want you to imagine that type of thing. And then, you know, like make sure this is a really complex thing. I'm probably gonna have to throw in another video about this soon, but you know, that's just a start. Like identify that point in yourself, build it, and then that's really all you need to do, because it's simple. Like yourself is yourself. Like what makes you feel the best to be you, to be a human? What do you feel like when you feel the greatest about yourself? That's you, that's your real you, that's your true identity, and you don't want to ever mask that in any way, shape, or form. I guess to get rid of the mask that you've been wearing, just literally remember this: there's no such thing as right or wrong. Okay, that may seem a little controversial, but everything is just that. It's just things. It's just. You feel me? Like everything exists in polar opposites. Like simply an atom, the basic molecule of all existence, is negative and positive. Okay, electrons and neutrons, or protons, electrons and protons, and neutrons, and that weighs itself out. You know, you can have something that's good, but on the flip side of that, there's something that's bad. It's like the worst thing you could ever think of, the flip side of that is like the best thing you could ever think of, and that exists in every aspect of life. Okay, you have a good side and a bad side. Sometimes you may not show your bad side, sometimes you may not show your good side as often, but you have those, both sides of that inside of you, and it's possible for them to come out at any given moment of time. So does everybody else in the world. So does every little thing, being, item, anything in the world. It has a negative, a good, and a bad side. But the definition of good and bad is what people, us, human beings, the only creature on earth that can determine this is us, okay? We're the only thing in this world that can say something is good or bad. Animals look at everything else as just, it is, you know? They do what they do because it is what it is. Literally, it is what it is. There's nothing else to it. So next time you feel like you go out with your friends and you're feeling judged, or you feel like you have to meet or abide a certain standard, remember that it's all in your head. Nothing really matters. What matters to you may not matter to somebody else, vice versa. And that's because we only value things that we have created an image around, or a perception around. We give things value. We put value into certain things, and we identify whether it's good or bad. And you're good. I truly believe that. And your self-identity, your purpose, your real you, that is greatness. You are a gold mine, okay? So I hope I delivered enough. If that didn't make sense, you can feel free to comment me or DM me and ask me for, you know, advice or a question, need something to get clarified. I'm more than happy to help you. But yeah, this video is getting kind of long, so I'm gonna call it that. Let's wrap it up. I'll see you in the next video.